What's going on with Riot? Are they finally listening to the community that literally keeps them in business? After 2018, Riot said that they wouldn't bring back the winter-themed map for an indefinite amount of time, saying it was basically impossible to do.
Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
They even tried to hide it with other stuff that had nothing to do with Christmas, like the Light and Dark Emissionaries event. But at long last, after a crazy 8 years with zero sign of the winter map on Summoner's Rift, Riot finally brought it back in 2025. So let's go check out and show all the special secrets on the new winter map. Starting with the gingerbread cookies scattered around the map. They're shaped like the following champions: Aphelios, Aurora, Azir, Bard, Blitzcrank, Briar, Gragas, Gwen, Heimerdinger, Hui, Irelia, Kog'Maw, Lilia, who's rocking sunglasses as a nod to the YouTuber Dumbs, Lulu, Master Yi, Maokai, Orianna, Senna, Shaco, Teemo, Tristana, Volibear, Ziggs, Zoe, Vigar, Malzahar, and Void Grubs. There are also some snowmen shaped like champion characters, including Nautilus and Tom Kinch. And Tom Kinch actually has more than one snowman version. One has a red nose and another has a horned hat, referencing the YouTuber Necrit, who wears the same hat. Necrit has been referenced in other Riot games too, like the Ruined King. There's even a snowman of Urgot, which is the same kind of snowman that used to show up with Teemo's old dwarf skin back when Urgot was that gross monster. And they even hid a giant version down in bot lane. There are also penguin snowmen that reference both the penguins you see in the splash arts of winter themed skins and the trademark penguin from Teamfight Tactics, which is Pingu. And the last snowman we have is Ziggs, but there are a bunch of other references too, like the straw sheep shaped snowman, which is an obvious nod to Ornn with the horns and the armor design. In the red shop, he's now a toy vendor showing off his stuff on his counter, like a tin soldier version of Gangplank, the wooden horse that's a reference to Rel's horse, and a toy version of Renekton's toy skin. Inside the shop you can see Katarina's Merry Night dagger skin, a plush Gnar, and a Grave Snow Day weapon. On the shelves outside the shop, there are even more items like the Christmas tree that Fiddlesticks holds in his Bewitching skin, a Gragas Noel toy, the giant snowflake from Sivir's Snowstorm skin, and a present with eyes that represents the potatoes from Maokai's Festive skin. And on the ground, buried in snow, is a totally wrecked Amumu present of Doom. Moving on over to the blue shop, our Lady Yordle is there with a feast on the table, and her monster dressed as a reindeer behind the shop. But you can also see Poro dolls in a cage, 2 penguin dolls referencing 2 of the emotes, and a doll of the Feathered Knight from TFT. Below that you can see a portrait of a reindeer that shows up in icons and in wards. And there's also a toy version of it inside the red shop. Don't forget to subscribe, drop a like on the video, and maybe consider becoming a member to get access to a bunch of cool perks. And while you're down there, don't forget to click the link to go to our store. There's a lot of really cool designs available and cool merch, so go check it out. There are also references to old items in both shops. And in the blue shop, you can spot things like Ember of Valor, Luden's Echo, Frozen Mallet, a mana potion, and Wriggle's Lantern, in both its old and new variations, which you'll see also scattered around the map. Across the map, we also have old items like Album of Valor, Chalice of Harmony, Heart of Gold, Oracle's Elixir, and Searing Chain, with one even holding an old ward. And speaking of wards, in the bush near the blue team between the Dragon Pit and the bot lane, there are tons of wards lying around on the ground, referencing streamer Skara and his clip where he repeatedly fails a ward attempt from Dragon into that bush. One of the wards even wearing glasses in reference to him. Moving over to the items inside the red shop, you've got things like Banner of Command and Hextech Gunblade. You can also find toys around the map, like a Tibbers teddy bear wearing a Santa hat. You can also spot the little monkey that slams symbols, which is the one Jinx uses in her Jinx's Ambition Goblin skin, with her E to pin others to the ground. And there's also a little penguin figure that's a reference to another penguin named Dan from Valorant. In several spots around the map, you can also see a flying train with a Poro acting as the conductor. You can see that same Poro on the little train endlessly circling around each team's Nexus, which has now turned into a giant snow globe, with a giant snowflake floating inside it. The potions also changed in their appearance. The regular potion turned into a cup of eggnog, or hot chocolate. The refillable potion got a bow with a little mistletoe on it. The physical damage potion got turned into a cauldron, full of festive goodies in it. The magic damage potion became a cookie, and the tank potion turned into a pie. And we also got changes to creatures that are spread around the map, starting with the minions. The blue caster and melee minions wear bell masks, and their weapons are ice cream, while the red caster and melee minions wear Santa hats with the weapons like candy canes, stars, and even a sock. The siege minions stayed basically the same, being a slay minion with a canyon, and the marksman minions keep the same overall look as the other minions. The super minions now carry a present as a shield and a Christmas tree as their weapon. It's honestly insane how the Christmas theme is just the best one of all. The Void Grubs each wear green hat with a little ornament around their neck, making them look like elves. The smaller larvae spawn as wrapped presents when they appear. The Herald shows up dressed as a reindeer, with antlers and a red nose, which makes total sense, since you can actually ride it. Baron Nashor is wearing a Santa hat on his main head, and earmuffs on his other two heads. He's got Christmas lights on the back spikes, a scarf, and a little glove on each of his hands. And there's even Otacon dressed up as Krampus, which is basically the demonic evil version of Santa Claus. But besides the Christmas map, Riot also brought out 4 special winter skins, and 3 of them are from skin lines that hadn't gotten anything for a long time. They are Prestige Winter Blessed Mel. This skin actually pushes the lore of this universe forward, since she's the daughter of the incarnation of Polaris, with the ability to channel the power of the Aurora. The thing is, that power cost her mom's life. Now, I'm not gonna go super deep into the lore of this universe right here, that would be way too much for this video, but I can make a whole video about it if you guys are interested. Then there's Reindeer Smolder, who's Brahm's fastest helper. He always manages to deliver all the presents before dawn, except for the ones he steals for himself. There's Winter Wonder Milio, who is friends with everyone in the Frozen Lands, and he even caught the attention of the Poro King because he's the first mage to conjure his spirit guardians. Now he lives in the king's court. And there's Winter Wonder Zeri. Zeri is a huge ice skating star, leaving everyone impressed with her skills, including the Poro King. But yeah, that's basically it. Peace out and Merry Christmas to everyone.